Welcome back to For Your Heart and Home. My name is Dee Dee. Welcome into my kitchen. Welcome into my kitchen today. I am so glad you're here. Here on For Your Heart and Home, we focus on simple, from scratch cooking, real food made in a way that fits everyday life. Today I'm going to show you how to make a classic French style boule using the bread machine dough cycle to do the heavy lifting and finishing the loaf in a Dutch oven for that beautiful crust and soft interior. Using the bread machine for the dough gives us consistent kneading and a dependable first rise, which makes artisan style bread much more approachable. The Dutch oven creates steam in the oven, helping the loaf rise well and develop that crisp bakery-style crust. This method is simple, reliable, and perfect if you want homemade bread without complicated steps. The recipe I'm using will be listed on the screen at the end of the video, but I will go through really quickly what I'm doing here. I'll be using 100% freshly milled flour for this boule, and so my steps might differ a little bit from yours. This boule works for 100% all-purpose flour, or you can do a half and half mix of all-purpose and freshly milled flour. I will be using approximately 1.5 cups of water. I will start with 1 cup of water at room temperature in my loaf pan. I'm going to be adding 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter cut into cubes, and if you can make this room temperature, that will be great. I will then be pouring in about 3 tablespoons of honey, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and then I will be adding my 4 cups of freshly milled hard white wheat flour. To that, I will be adding 4 tablespoons of vital wheat gluten. That additional gluten will be giving my dough the structure it needs to create this boule. Lastly, I will be adding 2 teaspoons of instant yeast. Once all my ingredients are in my bread pan, I will be adding that to my Cuisinart convection bread machine. I will just program the machine to number 9 since that is my dough cycle, and I will press start. I will caution you to stay near your machine for the first 5 to 10 minutes. You want to make sure that your ingredients are coming together into a nice dough ball. Since I'm using freshly milled flour, it will absorb water differently as opposed to all-purpose flour. So I'm going to drizzle in up to a half cup of water, and this is why you want to stay next to your machine to make sure that this is coming together nicely. The wonderful thing about this bread machine is that it's going to mix the dough, knead the dough, and do the first rise for us. That takes away a bulk of the work. When the cycle finishes, the dough should feel airy, elastic, and it should be easy to work with. My machine takes about 1 hour and 25 minutes to do all of this, and so I'm just going to watch the dough. Once it comes together nicely, I will close my machine and I will walk away. So it's been about 1 hour and a half. I am going to now turn my dough onto a lightly floured surface that is clean. You want to gently shape your dough into a round ball by folding the edges toward the center, which creates tension across the top. Flip the dough seam side down and use your hands to gently tighten the shape. I've said in my previous videos that you want to use soft hands when forming your dough because you don't want it to become hard or tough. You want to then transfer your dough to a piece of parchment, cover it, and let it rise again until slightly puffy. While the dough is rising, place your Dutch oven, lid and all, into the oven and preheat to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. This step helps create oven spring and will give you that signature crust. Once your oven has come up to temperature, it will be time to transfer your dough into your hot Dutch oven pan. Before doing so, you want to score the top of your dough. You can do this with a sharp knife, a bread lame, but whatever you do, you're going to score the top with whatever design you'd like to have show up once your bread has baked. So score the top of your loaf and then carefully transfer it into your hot Dutch oven pan. You can do this easily by lifting the parchment paper and gently transferring it into your pot. You're going to bake covered for the first 25 to 30 minutes. Then you're going to remove the lid and bake for another 10 to 15 minutes until the crust is a deep golden brown. This would be a great time to insert your thermometer. Make sure that your loaf comes up to temperature you're looking for between 190 degrees to 205 degrees for a finished loaf. Once your bread has come up to temperature, you're going to remove the bread from the Dutch oven and let it cool completely on a wire rack before slicing. This allows the crumb to finish setting and gives you the best texture. Removing it from the Dutch oven will also prevent the bottom from burning because the Dutch oven will remain hot for a very long time. So you want to remove it from the pan, put it on a wire rack so that it can begin to set. Here is a finished look at the loaf I made today. Again, this is a classic French style boule. It was made using both my bread machine for the dough cycle and using a Dutch oven pan. This French boule is simple, crusty, and incredibly versatile. It's perfect alongside soups, stews, or just sliced with butter. Using the bread machine for the dough makes homemade artisan bread feel doable even on busy days. Again, I will leave the recipe here on the screen for you so that you can do a screenshot. You can always tailor this recipe to fit your needs. A lot of the ingredients are easily substituted for something else. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. Let me know if this is something that you've done before or if you need help making this on your own. Thank you for spending this time with me in the kitchen here at For Your Heart and Home. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.